Bible a curse with a curse. It only fit my people in these last days. It was written thousands of years before it happened. So I believe in the Bible because of prophecy, to answer your question, and it's come to pass to a T outside of other books that... That's just it. The Bible goes back to the beginning. It deals with even deals with ancient Egypt. It deals with Mesopotamia. Like it goes back all the way to the beginning, civilization. Yeah, the history of it. Yeah. The information in the Bible goes back to the beginning of time. But as far as the written Bible, no. Men had the knowledge of it, but it wasn't written first until Moses, which was around 15. Let me answer your first question. You can get to your next question. Around 1500, 1300, that's when the Bible first became to be written. Some scholars argue that Moses was around 1500. Some say around 1300. That's the reason why I say between that time and that time. Right. That's when we had the first books of Moses. But Moses wrote about things that took place before him. That's what I'm saying. So what's your next question?
Where's that godly knowledge? Who's the first person to express the Bible?
That's kind of tough to say. As far as what we have now, I would say Moses, as far as the written form we have now. But you had the prophets of old, like Abraham, even going back to Noah. They knew about God, they knew about the law, because he would speak to them directly, or show them signs directly, as he did Moses. And God actually wrote the Bible. He just gave it to Moses to offer. Sister, if you could, just go around this way, please. Thank you. She didn't know. It's okay. So, when it comes to the written law, the Most High inspired Moses to give him visions and signs and understanding of the commandment. But it tells when it comes to the 10 Commandments that they have on the tablet, that the Most High actually wrote them himself with his own finger. But then he dictated to Moses how to not only the laws to write down, but also how to make the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant. You saw right as the Lost Ark, right? Remember that stuff they were trying to find, the Ark and everything? He told them how to make those things. Okay.
So why were the parents
They didn't. They actually go back to the beginning when the Most High first made Adam. He says he breathed into him the breath of life. People think that's talking about respiration. But it's not talking about that. It's talking about spiritual life, which comes through the law. Because the law is life. There's scriptures we can go into to show that. But I'm not sure if it would be useful to share with you if you don't believe in the Bible or the prophecies. Like if you don't really believe in the Bible, I can show you the understanding on it, but if you don't believe in the Word, I mean, what's really the point? I have to show you guys examples to show that the Bible is true.
I was curious how you became, but that makes sense. That's why prophecies are exactly down.
Right.
That's the validation of the Bible.
Right.
Which is, I think it's the most valid thing I've heard.
And not only that, but every nation is in the Bible. We're being called different names because your leaders lied to many people, took this and reversed a lot of information in here. But you've been lied to about what your name is, just like I was, just like this man was, these women down here. What's that? Once again, prophecy. Glad you asked that question. Like your people in the Bible.
Who's my people?
When you read the Bible, your nation is called Esau or Edom.
What is we? What does that refer to?
So-called white people.
Okay.
I'll use the term we use today. So-called Caucasians, you actually are known as Esau or Edomites, the people of Edom. As far as why you like high elevation, why you like skiing the mountains, why a lot? Let me say this. Why you're so hairy? Why you have a red complexion? You lack pigment. All these things are in the Bible. Why you like hunting so much? Take your son out to hunt. It's in the Bible too. You like to eat rare meat? Eat the meat bloody? Exactly. It's just like earlier. We're going into the brother who was a so-called Mexican because the Bible is true. That's why I say this is how we know the Bible is real. The reason why you laugh, because the Most High knew you before he made you. Just like he knew us before he made us. There's certain things in here about us that's like, yo, that's our people. So yeah, we all come from Adam, but we're very different as far as nations go. You see? But all those things, even the fact that your nation used the eagle, the Americans, the British, the Germans before them, the Romans, that's in the Bible too. Israel. We are Israel. The Hebrew Israelites. We share a common ancestor in Abraham and Isaac. But what happened was Isaac had two sons. One son was what? The father of our people. The other son was the father of your people. That's how it works. That's why we believe. But let me read this for you real quick, though. Get Psalms 14:1. 'Cause even though you don't believe, here's what the Bible says about those that don't believe.
Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
The Bible covers all angles. It says the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. So if you stay on that path, you're a fool. Would you not agree that everything that surrounds you can't explain?
Yeah, there could be a million explanations, right?
Right, so now, just because you can't explain God, does that mean there's no God?
I didn't say there was. We could be. I don't know. I don't have the ability.
So you may or may not believe in God.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, I can't rule it out. That'd be arrogant.
Okay, that's different. When you said it first, I thought you were saying you don't believe in God, period.
At this point, I don't believe in God. No, but I don't, if I say I just don't know.
Okay, that's fair. You believe in spirits? Like, what do you think about movies like that, Paranormal Activity and Ghost House and all that? What do you think about that kind of stuff? You don't believe in that stuff? What if that stuff believes in you? I mean, could spirits be real even though you don't believe in them? Could they be real? Spirits.
All I know is my life experience. What I think is my senses will register in my conscience.
Ma'am, if you could, thank you.
I have yet to have this experience.
So kind of an agnostic approach to things, like you kind of learn as you go. Okay. So now keep reading it from Psalms 14 and 1. Read it from the top and read that.
Psalms chapter 14, verse 1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
All right, so let me ask this. As far as you know, as far as you think, what happens after when you die?
Rot. You get the soil.
Okay.
Cycle.
Okay, so now, are you just your body, or is there more to you than just your body? As far as your chest, your lungs, your legs, are you more than just that? What more are you as far as you know?
What more?
What more are you?
I think that is all.
And so, not that's all you, but I'm saying, is that it when it comes to what's all you?
Yeah.
As far as you know. Okay. Well, I'll just say this much. Everybody, I guess, can't be on the same level, obviously, but I dealt with people like you that acknowledge the spiritual nature behind things. Until you really acknowledge the spiritual nature behind things, your world's only going to be about certain things. You're not really going to know the depths of how things work. Like, the people that are in power in your nation, they understand the spiritual nature behind things. They understand their spirits.
Right.
They understand that there's a God and everything. But part of what their job to do is to create kind of like these worlds, mental worlds in this world. You ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Yeah.
It's kind of what we have going on right now. It's like in the world or the Matrix, we're being told that life is about this. It's only about going to school to get a job, and that. They say that's it when it comes to life. But we have a deeper power within us, even you, that you could tap into if you were willing to.
For what?
To become really fully become a man. Because you look at it, we're really beasts. But as far as what we do, we say, oh yeah, I get married, I have kids, I go out and get food, whether I go to a supermarket or hunt for it. The animals do the same thing. We have higher potential, higher faculties than that. That's part of what we do as males. But to be a man before God, there's more to it than that. There's more abilities that we have beyond just the mating, having children, growing crops, planting crops. While these are important for manhood, there's more to being a man than just that. That's what we're getting into. Somebody get 1 Kings 2 and 1 to show that. This is what's important for not just you, but any man, especially the men of my nation, so-called blacks and Hispanics, to realize what it means to be a man in God's eyes. Because David, you may not agree, but he was a great man before the Most High's eyes. And his son Solomon, top ruler in the earth during his time. He's like he was like the leader of the free world during his time, like how in today's time Barack Obama or Her Majesty over in England, they're looked at as like top rulers of their time. But around this time, at 1000 BC, our nation, we were at our golden age, we were at our apex. So everybody knew about our people and our culture. But now check out what David said to Solomon when David died and he gave the reins over to his son. Paul, check read it.
1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh, that he should die.
David's come to the end of his years. His son Solomon has to carry on the reign of the kingdom. Read.
And he joined Solomon, his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth.
Does that go the way of all the earth? We talked, like you just said. I go back to the dust. I decompose. He's saying the same thing. Read.
Be thou strong, therefore, and shew thyself a man.
So he's telling his son Solomon to be strong, show himself a man. How does he do that? Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgment and his testimony, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
So this is what allows us prosperity, not only on a physical but spiritual level, because the commandments given by Moses to David, right? They are not only physical, but they're spiritual too. They cover the physical and spiritual nature of man. So that's what we're coming from as far as what it really truly means to be alive and awake as a man. But the things that Neo was doing and Morpheus and those guys are doing in the Matrix, we actually have abilities like that here on Earth. Okay, but that's just, if you take away anything, just take that away, that you can do more than just eat, sleep, have sex, take a crap. I'm saying you can do more than that. That's what I'm saying. You actually have a soul. You actually have a soul or a spirit that can do a lot more than what you think. Okay. All right. So, enjoy your day. So now let's deal with this, because what he said was interesting. We are really like beasts if we don't have the commandments in our life. We don't really walk in the spiritual nature, but we're just serving our own fleshy desires, whether it be food, having sex, right? Planting crops. Like, these are just things that any beast or animal does. But if the Bible goes into why we're considered beasts, you understand? So now get Isaiah 1 and 7. Drop that.